Growing up, watching certain family members and schoolmates deal with deportation, discrimination. That's why I'm so involved specifically with immigration. We're still not accepted. I just realized there's not enough representation of me as a first gen, as my father as an immigrant. That needs to change, and that's why I want to be a part of it now and hopefully inspire others through my family stories how important it is so that the rest of the immigrants that are here to come don't have to deal with what he dealt with. I first learned about Young Invincibles through one of my close friends, and I would see her always posting about it, always posting about these different policies. I think it was all the work that they were doing and how everything they were doing is something that affects my community. And I said, wow, I want to be a part of that. I want to help my community out. That's always what I wanted to do.
I got involved with YI in 2020. I could work with them once a week just for a few hours while I was working my other job and finding out, I can work towards all these really important issues that young adults are facing. And that became kind of the highlight of my week, and it was something I always look forward to.
I was lucky enough to be part of a concurrent enrollment program in high school, so I actually graduated my associates as a junior in high school. So then I transitioned and moved to CU Denver to finish out my undergraduate degree, and that's when I discovered Young Invincibles. So in 2017, I was a young advocate in the program, and then I transitioned later on in that year to be a regional advisory board, and then into early 2018, I was a national advisory board member, and by October of that year, I was offered a full-time position. We have folks at Young Invincibles that really just focus on the policy, focus on the logistics of what this bill will do. And where I come in is ensuring that the young adults are part of that process the entire time to make sure that we're not missing anything that's going to be important to them, and then encouraging them and paying them to actually do the work alongside us.
Through the young adult program, we were able to do research, write fact sheets, help with testimonies, help me with my public speaking to not only legislators, but also different government department heads. Kind of feels like a dream or a fantasy because I never thought somebody like me would be able to speak to legislators. And that goes back to how they prepare you for that. And I remember my first time speaking to a legislator. They were absolutely engaged and they were happy to hear from me because there's not a lot of young adult voices.
I've struggled with my mental health for a really long time, not liking myself. I was struggling to discover what my sexuality was. In college, I tried to take my own life twice. My mother, she dealt with depression a lot, so I would see how it would impact her, so I just thought it was normal. House Bill 211068 requires for insurance to cover an annual mental health wellness exam.
Was introduced by Representative Michelson Janae. We decided to work with her to try to push this forward because we knew that it was really important to young adults.
When I finally decided I wanted some help with my mental health issues, I would have to pay for a visit, I would be put on a waiting list, and I just saw this bill as a good opportunity to allow people to access mental health services without as many barriers.
We invited the young advocates to work alongside us at every single point of the process, helping Representative Michelson Janae gather stakeholders, collecting stories from young adults on how this would benefit them, and then even trying to advocate for Governor Polis to sign off on it.
I decided to kind of step up and tell my own story in like a 90-second testimony.
There were a lot of different people from many different backgrounds, so we're able to highlight their voice and show the legislators all across the board this is affecting all of us. And we were able to get bipartisan support through the Senate and the House.
They were able to kind of witness from start to finish what that was like, work on the very early stages of the bill, and then see it through bill signing. Before Young Invincibles, I didn't know how to advocate for myself, how to access resources, how to ask for help, and how to just share my story. I feel like they gave all of that to me in a nice package and told me that I could lead change. Because of the mission, they want to elevate the voices of young adults, and they want young adults to lead on the movement, and then they hired someone inside of their program to do that and actually run the program and organize people her age. It was so inspiring. Every day I feel very grateful.
I think I'm drawn to anything that will improve people's quality of life. Pushing for easier access to mental health services and improving that is definitely going to be in my future.
I initially thought that to be involved, you had to be some expert. You had to be part of law, you had to know about it. And through the program, once I started, I realized you can be an advocate wherever you are in life. I think that's the best thing of Young Invincibles. It helped me and my family find our voices that we thought would always be silenced.
If you're a young adult in Colorado and you're passionate about elevating your voice, other voices around you, and you're between the ages of 18 to 34, you should definitely look into our Young Advocates program, because we're there to help you push forward change, whether it's on a local, state, or federal level, or work alongside you to push for economic mobility.